Hello, how you guys doing?
Ah,
Oh man,
we finally stopped moving.
we saw. Yeah, I think we're still moving.
Yeah, it's been rough. At the end of the day, when you've been driving for so long, you still feel like you're moving.
Yeah,
The other night, how long did we drive that one day?
12 hours or something,
I feel
like
like it
two in a
was much
row.
more. It was insane. So at that point, you feel kind of sick. And
Yeah.
then when we stopped and he put out the landing
Oh yeah,
legs,
the
that
leveling legs.
it threw me
She went whoop
like
whoop. Oh, I messed her head up.
yeah, like vertigo. I felt so sick. So that was nuts. But it's nice to be sitting still for a few
It
moments.
is.
Gotta love that. So it's warm today. It's
Yeah, it
our first
is. It's
warm day.
nice. I'm in short sleeves.
Thanks for everybody tuning in. Sorry we missed you last Sunday.
Yeah, it's
We
hard.
had no signal.
No signal most of the way. Like
Yeah.
half of it. There's no signal.
And what you don't understand is by no signal, you can't even listen to your jams. Like you're driving down the road for hours and hours and you
Nothing.
ain't got no
And
jams.
we had XM radio until about Dawson Creek, and then no more XM radios. You
Yeah,
got nothing.
it it was different. It's kind of nice being disconnected though, but I would have liked a
Hi, everyone.
music. That's the only thing I really missed. Other than that,
Yeah.
all the other stuff
So,
you don't miss so much.
so where are we right now?
Where are we? That is the question. Did we make it across with the fires? What did we do? We were sitting there waiting and waiting, and oh, that was a terrible day of nothingness.
Yeah.
When you're sitting on the side of the road, nobody knows what's going on, no one can give you any good information, and you don't know if you should turn back around because how much longer?
Yeah. How long do you sit and wait for a road to open? People are telling you weeks. Rumor is we just heard yesterday. Now that we're here,
Where?
yeah, wherever it is we're here. We're not at our final destination, but we're at a destination. So
So the rumors were that,
the road's going to open in a Monday.
but then some say Tuesday, then some
They
say
don't know.
weeks.
They're
They have no
guessing.
idea. I
They're
mean, it's
guessing.
Mother Nature. You don't know anything with the fires. So, oh, they're saying it's been cleared to
Oh,
return home from being evacuated.
Fort McMurray. I don't know where that is though. This was all Fort Nelson
Yeah, we were by
fires
Fort Nelson on Pink Mountain, and
on
we're
Pink
sitting there
Mountain.
waiting by the side of the road. And so at this point, we're waiting. Do we stay or do we turn back around? Now, how much longer is the turnaround point
Yeah,
adding to the journey?
because it was a good. I think it was 12 hours just to get back on equal to where we were. We had to go from like here, down, around, up to get back where we were. Um, but we are in Alaska.
We are in Alaska. We crossed
Yay!
the border this
This
morning.
morning.
So, and to
Yes.
be specific, we are staying.
We're at Fort Greely, Alaska. That's located in Delta Junction, which is on the way to Fairbanks. We're about 100 miles out of Fairbanks.
Everything is still closed. I do believe, like,
Yeah,
we're in this campground and there's 7 spots in this campground. We're the only people
we're
here.
the only ones
It's
here.
like we have this whole forest to ourselves, just us and the moose, because we've seen moose poop all over. So
And this is a very primitive campground.
there's no services.
It's supposed to be $10 a night. There's no electric, there's no water, there's no sewer, there's no dump, there's no collection of water. You got what you came with and you leave with less.
There's
That's what
moose
it
poop.
is.
There's lots of moose
There's
poop.
moose poop and we've seen squirrels.
And I'm not leaving with any of the moose poop. Apparently, people purchase moose poop.
They do. They make little trinkets out of it, keychains, stuff like
I'm
that.
good. I don't need any of
It's
that.
free. There's some right over there.
It's good. So if you'd like, Brett can make you some little trinkets and send them your way.
Hey, so the trip was
Long.
long, but the good news is we had no mechanical breakdowns. Thank God for that. And the coach works really well.
Should we be knocking on wood?
Yeah, we should give thanks to that. The coach serves us perfectly. I think it
Yes.
serves us very well. We did have only the first iota of a problem when we got here to the campground. We were trying to make some coffee. You got to fire the generator up for a few minutes for that. It ran for about 2 minutes and stopped. So I'm like, what?
Yeah, yeah.
Plenty of fuel. Don't get it. Um, Went and checked the reset button. It wasn't tripped. There's nothing. I think it's just a fuel filter needs to be fixed. It's got 27 hours on it. I don't think that's a lot, but if you get bad fuel or something. So what we'll do is when we get to our next campground, which is our permanent setup for the next month,
Yay.
then I'll just replace the filter because that's a cheap, easy fix, and hopefully that's it.
Yep.
So
And then we're setting up the live, and we want to be outside.
yeah, we want to be outside
because it's beautiful outside and it's great lighting and all that good stuff.
And what does it do?
It starts to rain.
It starts raining.
So we were at this nice picnic table with the nice view of the trees, and we had to move and put up the awning and everything. And then what does it do? It stops raining.
It stops raining.
So then we go back to the table. It starts raining.
So this is like 5 minutes before the live. It's like, oh, do we got time to get the chairs? Yeah, I'll get the chairs real quick. We'll get the chairs out. We sit down. We go live. We're ready. It stops raining. Like right now, it's not raining.
So it's all good.
So we could move, but we're just going to stay
Today
here.
is pretty warm here. Is it in the mid 50s right now?
I think 60, 61.
Which is the warmest we've seen.
Yeah.
Because most nights it's been pretty cold. That one night on Pink Mountain before we decided to turn around, it's actually that morning when we woke up, there was little snow flurries.
Yeah.
And that was the day we attempted to see if the roads were open, but they turned us around. So.
So we have, in a 10-mile stretch, a couple of different occasions we're driving in sun, starts to rain, changes to sleet, then it stops, and there's snow flurries, all in the same short stretch of road.
Yeah.
The weather
that's
on top
beyond
of those
bipolar.
mountains.
That's like quadpolar, I guess.
When you're going over those mountains, weather can change. There's even a sign that says weather is subject to change, on a short notice, something like that. And no kidding.
And there's lots of mosquitoes out here too.
The mosquitoes are out.
They are out, and they're not really biting though.
Yeah, we put some spray on. So if you see us swatting,
bit annoying. We're doing the swat.
This is the early season. It's the little ones. They're just annoying. They're not really chasing you for blood, but if they land on you, they will bite you. They had snow flurries in Anchorage this morning.
Oh goodness.
So we're about a week and a half, 2 weeks early of the regular people coming.
Yeah, so most everything's pretty closed. Traffic's been light. Even
the campgrounds that had things out by the road saying they were open, you could see the campgrounds and there was nobody in them.
No.
So it's very early. They're getting ready.
Yeah. Most things were still closed, though. There's very few things that are open, even the restaurants and whatnot.
Oh, we stopped at the visitor center here in Delta Junction. It's closed
until Memorial Day
weekend. It says
weekend.
Until Memorial Day weekend or close to it or something like that. It says. I'm like, okay, we're on.
It was kind of
we're on Alaska time here.
Question mark about that, but it is very nice to not be bundled up today, as we've been for the last week. And like I said, it's nice to not be moving. So anybody who is RVing knows that moving days kind of stink. Even though it's easy to set this up for moving day, it still stinks because you can't put out all your stuff. So it'll be nice to be in one spot for a month. We're definitely going to appreciate that when we get there.
Yeah, so when we pull the bed out,
it's going to be a big laundry day when we get there.
Stuff gets moved to the recliners, and then when we put the bed back up, then the stuff goes from the recliners to the couch, and then we sit in the recliners, and then when on travel day, there's boxes that go from the front seats to the recliners.
And when you're moving every day, it's just kind of a quick routine back and forth. You're not putting anything out.
It literally takes about 10 minutes.
It's just a quick setup and we've been staying at different recreation sites, truck stops. We stayed one night in the parking lot of a Chamber of Commerce. We haven't stayed in any campgrounds except for this one.
This is the first campground.
Yeah.
And there's no services here, so really, does this count?
Well, it's our own little forest, and it's the quietest we've had it because
it's quiet. There's nobody here.
In the different areas we've been, sometimes when you're right off the road, it can be a little bit noisy with all the traffic, although it's not a ton of traffic. But we've had no problems. All the people have been super nice. Last night we stayed at a truck stop in Beaver Creek,
Beaver Creek.
and it
Mhm.
was very nice. Nobody
It was
bothered
nice.
us.
Couple times the trucks are firing up and moving trailers around, but they said, "Oh, just pick a spot." I said, "I'll just pick a spot over there in the back out of you guys' way, and we'll leave. About 7 in the morning. We'll be out of here." We
Yeah,
actually slept
everybody's.
in till about 8, I
I
think,
know it was a rough day.
but we needed it. It's
Well,
like,
we were
oh, we
up
got to get
super
going.
late because it's light, so you're
Yeah,
not even aware, and you're like, "Oh, I should be going to sleep," but it's so bright outside, you want to keep doing stuff.
yeah. It's always like, "What time
So,
is it? What time is it? Are you hungry yet?" No, I'm not hungry. Oh, what time
oops, a
is
little
it?
squirrel, a squirrel, got little
Squirrel.
squirrels running around.
So you want to
Um,
do a little walk around real quick with the camera and kind of show people a little where we are and just
you want to show them the moose poop? Is that what you want to
no, look at the mess.
do?
Look at the mess. Look.
The mess.
So we're going to try to do this. We're
What do
going
you
to
mean
move
the
this
mess?
around. Come with us.
Come with us.
Look at the Jeep the beating took.
Oh
Or
yeah,
the beating the Jeep
that
took.
mess.
Had some
That is.
dirty roads. That's called Alcan grime.
She's Alaskan now.
Yeah. So we'll pull this cover off probably after the live. We'll pull it off. I wish there was a place to take it and rinse it off. There's nothing here.
How far you want to go? Be careful right here, guys, because I hate to tell you, there's rugs.
Oh, somebody left a rug.
You know, rugs.
Ah.
No matter where you go, there's rugs. That's just a fact.
What was one of the questions they asked us at the border station?
Oh, if you have any cannabis you'd like to declare. So, that's so different now.
Yeah.
But here's your first pile of moose poop if you want to
Oh, here we go.
show that.
For those of you that are unfamiliar,
There you go.
that's moose poop.
Now, who wants some fine jewelry made of this precious moose poop? Straight from Alaska.
And the
Any
place,
takers?
the place is bountiful with spruce trees, otherwise known as tinderbox fuel for
What's
the
this?
forest fires.
What
What you got?
Look at this pretty little purple flower. There's
Oh.
a couple of them starting to bud up.
I don't really know.
So those are the first flowers I've seen since we've been here.
Yeah.
So if anybody knows what kind of flower that is, let us know.
Chime in. Yeah, I don't know.
Is there anything else you wanted to show everybody?
On the campground, like here's one of the lots. Look how big it is.
This thing is huge.
You can get 3 or 4 trailers in here.
This is the biggest pull-through I've ever seen. And there's 3 of these pull-throughs in this campground. There's only 7 spots. 4 are back-in and 3 are pull-throughs.
Mm-hmm.
So across the way is one of the back-ins, and it's still fairly large.
It's still big. Look how big that is.
But these pull-throughs are like crazy big.
Here's something I've never seen at a campground. This is a first. I want to show you this and see if you guys have ever seen this before. I haven't shaved either. We're trying to conserve water, so I don't have to wait till we get to Fairbanks.
You filthy animal.
I know. Priorities, priorities. Coffee's important. Shaving's not.
This is the sweet nectar I need.
So look at these water barrels they have. It's a trash can that says water on them. All the lots have them. Now this one was tipped over, so it didn't have water in there. Thanks, Jason, for the 2. Appreciate you. Buffalo Drive has had great milkshakes.
That's where you do your shaving.
So I think you're supposed to use the barrel water. This don't have any in it, but the others do. We just like the spot. So I think you're supposed to just use the barrel water. I guess you could use it for showering, cleaning dishes, but I don't know if I'd drink it.
I'm not drinking it.
I'm not drinking it. So
Do you think it's better than Otter Creek water?
yeah, there's no electric here. That's kind of weird. Like it's really just a parking lot. It's a place to park your campers and primitive camp, but they shouldn't really be charging $10 and there's no services. I don't care
Maybe
about
they're
it.
charging for the mosquito ambiance.
Well, they do
supply moose poop.
they give a picnic table and a barrel, but we're under a fire ban, I'm sure, because all I've seen is high risk. So I'm sure we can't burn. And I don't want to take a chance anyway. It's not that important to me. But Yeah, I don't want to be in the news because some fire got away from us.
Heck no. Unfortunately, I read that 73% of the wildfires that are burning right now in Canada are from
Or
humans.
for humans.
So,
And so, once person negligent behavior, whatever they did, people lost homes at Fort Nelson because we heard the guy that
ooh,
turned us around
there's a
says,
mosquito.
"Oh, there's a guy that's working down there. I think he's on the fire team down there, and he's posting videos up. The bugs are getting bad. He's posting videos up on his Facebook page and showing homes that are burnt down.
Yeah, it's so sad to think of people losing their homes, not to mention all the animals
And you know what it
that
could have
got
been?
caught
It
up
could
in
have
that.
just been caused by a freaking cigarette.
Could have, yeah.
You know, it's crazy. People just, they don't think. What else? Oh, they said a lot of the, I'm gonna set this camera back up. A lot of the wiring underground was damaged. All their telecommunications was damaged. They had to replace wiring underground. You're thinking fires don't go underground? They do. These fires are coming up from last year.
Yeah, they've been dormant.
Well, what's the word? They kind of just stayed underground dormant and festered. That's the word I'm looking for. They festered. Thank you, Marcus, for the 10.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, appreciate you.
I love Alaska.
Yeah, she loves Alaska. I've been here. I knew what
I
it was
love
going to be.
Canada.
I
Canada
do love it
was
here. I'm
great.
going to hate to leave again.
Yeah.
But
Florida seems so boring with the scenery now.
you do have to remember when you're up here in the summertime and you look around, you're like, wow, how can this place ever get that cold? Believe me, it can get cold.
Yeah.
It can
I don't know that I'd want to see the winters, but well, I do want to see the winter at
Yes.
least once. It's not going to be this winter,
No.
but if we do decide to do that, we'll fly up.
It's the mountain aster, the purple flower. Thank you.
Oh,
I didn't know that. Okay.
It's so pretty.
See, we're always learning.
That's a good
We
thing.
learn as a team. So the motorhome too. I'm jumping around because I don't want to miss anything. So my mind gets 2 or 3 pedals ahead of me. And anyway, we need
He
to
thinks
change.
you don't chase squirrels.
Yeah, I chase squirrels, but the squirrels are in a line. Okay, it's okay. I just go to the next squirrel.
Sure thing, buddy. Sure thing.
So if you see something on me, just hit me. But it's the Alaska wave. Hey, y'all,
Oh, mosquito, mosquito, mosquito.
So we need to change the oil in this thing. We brought the oil with us that we need because it's kind of hard to get. So we do have the oil in the filter that we need. We're going to do it. I don't know that we'll do it here. Nothing is open on this base, like nothing. Not even the dining hall, nothing. There's no food, no nothing.
What is Sunday as well? So
It's Sunday, yeah.
it's not even season.
But
It's
we are
Sunday.
literally walking distance to the barbershop, the post office, the class 6, the commissary, the gym, the dining hall, and the activity center. You can walk to all of it. Right through the woods over there. It's a 5-minute walk. So it's pretty neat that everything is so condensed. Now everything is small.
Yeah.
You know.
And the view. Oh my gosh. There's some
Yeah.
beautiful view of the mountains. Of course,
Mhm.
that's pretty much your whole drive everywhere you look.
Yeah.
My neck hurts from just looking. It's so gorgeous.
And she wanted to stop. Oh, stop, pull out, let's get a picture. I'm like, oh, come on, we're never going to get there.
This guy is a no-stop Nazi. So there's no stopping at all.
We stopped.
We really did not stop. You're lying to the people, okay?
We had to stop. I have to use the bathroom.
We have a bath. You hardly use the bathroom once a day, so don't lie to the people. Yesterday we're driving, and he's like, "This is the most beautiful part of the drive." And then he's like, "Oh, look, you could take a hike up this way. You could go this way." And I look, and I'm like, "That would be so cool. Why aren't we?" And he's just,
We'll hit him. That was Destruction Bay. Destruction Bay.
and then later he's like, "I
It's
didn't know you'd
gorgeous.
like to see that."
But let me tell you, those roads from Destruction Bay almost all the way to the border, they're horrible. Canadians, get on the roads, man. Fix them. At least when we crossed the border into the States, I didn't know what to expect. I thought it'd be the same thing. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, it was bad. Unevens, like really bad. Like, and the RV was doing this, you know?
Hey, I will tell you one thing though, because I know everybody was worried about all that stuff that was overhead, all the junk in the trunk, as I
Yeah.
say. None of it fell.
Yeah.
It was all stayed in place. And what else? We put Velcro.
We did Velcro on the drawers on the ends, so when you close it, there's two strips on each. There's a strip on each side, and it stays great.
Yeah,
The
it's
only
hard to
thing is
open the
it's hard
drawers
to
now.
open.
So I
You
think we
gotta
have to actually
pull 'em.
remove some of the Velcro
Velcro.
because it's so
Right.
hard. But we put that
Yeah.
in Ohio because when we went through Virginia and West Virginia in the mountains, those drawers were flying out like
Yeah.
nobody's business. So the Velcro works.
It
It
does
just
work. It works a
it
little
works
too
too
well. But
But
it's easy to cut a little strip off because the strips are they're probably 6 inches long. You could cut them down to 4 inches and then try it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely have to
Easy
give that a
fix.
whirl because it's hard to open the drawers now.
Hey, West Virginia in the house. Hey, West Virginia, I used to think was the beautiful state until you got here. This is the most beautiful state, bar none.
Well, you got me. I think they're more beautiful than Florida for sure.
I love mountains. I love clean air.
I love the mountains too. If I could pick mountains over beaches, I
Oh,
would pick
yeah.
mountains
All day long.
I do love beaches as well. I grew up down there. That's probably why I'd like to be here more because I've spent most of my life around the beaches. So
Mhm.
something new is great. I know everybody in those other places are like, oh, Florida, the beaches, it's so beautiful. But I think
Oh.
y'all's places are more beautiful.
I do like in Canada, and Alaska does it too. Maybe it's just because it's so rural in both areas. But there's a lot of pull-offs. Like if you're paying to stay in a campground for a one-night stay, it's kind of a waste of money because if you don't need the service, if you don't need water, you don't need electric, why? It's free to park.
Yeah, it was so nice. I'm glad we didn't waste our money with that. And that's another good thing
Mhm.
about this camper is you're able to boondock in it. I think if you're able to, and you can even have one of those smaller vans, those would be completely perfect if you want to do some serious explorings. Yes,
Kimberly
I had
asked.
Tim Hortons.
She did. We
and it
stopped
was
in a Tim
great.
Hortons. Yep.
So good. But one of those little vans would be really cool because you really can go in a lot of places and you don't have to tow a vehicle. Unfortunately, the price of some of those were as much as this. And you better really, really
Like your
love the
neighbor.
person you're with
Very
because
tight.
that would be super tight.
Yeah.
But I think you could have an amazing trip because there's so many cool little campgrounds and places you can pull off and explore. And I love to explore. So I do like to stop and,
Mhm.
there's more to the journey than just getting there. One day you'll
One
know
day.
this. We
I
hope.
think that was in Prince George we had Tim Hortons, wasn't it?
I do believe so.
Or was it the other one? Near Prince George, but up and to the right. What's that one called?
Fort John, St. John.
St. John's. It might have been St.
Yeah,
John's.
it was because we stopped in the Walmart there, and then we
Yeah.
walked over to the Tim Hortons and had breakfast.
Right.
It was so
Mhm.
fresh. The people that worked there were so nice,
Super nice.
and the price wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, I gotta give kudos to the Canadians.
Yeah.
Law enforcement, border patrol. You don't have to be jerks to do your job. They were
No,
amazing
they were
people.
super great.
Super nice.
Because we got to meet a few officers and the border patrol.
Yeah, we rolled into
We
a
won't get
town.
into-
It was a small town of Houston, somewhere along the way, in BC or Alberta, one of them. No, I think it was coming up to Cassiar, wasn't it? No, I can't.
It's
Anyway,
before we got there was Houston.
yeah, it was Houston. Okay, so we stopped and it's a he goes, I need to see your driver's license,
It was a sobriety check.
and so I need a sober driver and a driver's license. So I said, here, I got a driver's license, and both of us are sober.
He was super nice.
Super nice
And we
guy.
had a cool chat with him.
Mhm.
So that was a huge difference from
Mhm.
my experience with the law enforcement in Florida are
Mhm.
not as nice. Now I'm not saying all Florida police are like that, but
But they
a good majority are
definitely
not
do.
so nice.
They definitely do law enforcement in Canada. I can attest they do law enforcement. We were driving up the Cassiar.
Mm-hmm.
We just left Dease Lake area going north. And
Dease Lake.
I got pulled over, not for speeding. So I'm like, there's no way I can be speeding in this bus with these
Got
roads.
The Canadian
Right.
popo.
But you're navigating the roads on those hills, the potholes and the uneven surfaces you're trying to navigate, even if it means you're going to borrow the other lane and come back in, everybody does it. The truckers, everybody does it. Well, I did it at the wrong time, and the cop was coming this way, and it wasn't close, but the person, the officer was right. Had a valid point. There was no line, but had there been a line painted there, I would have been over the line. So she had concerns about that. She took my driver's license, went to the back, came back up, chit chatted a little. Was it a he? I'm sorry.
You keep doing that.
I keep doing that. We chit chatted a little bit, and he let us go. So no ticket, just and I'm glad.
Well, thanks for the clear up on that very detailed matter. We appreciate that.
TMI.
Always.
Anyway, so that's that. What else we got?
I don't know. You running the show? What's happening?
No.
This guy is very untrainable. So we got a few things in the mail. And I've been waiting since we missed last Sunday. I haven't even opened it. So I wanted to thank some people. I had a few things on my wish list. I was so excited to get these. These go on the back of the seat for more organizers, which you need every little bit of space for organizing. So this is super great. There's 2 of them. I'm hoping the names are still with everything.
But they got lots of little pockets.
And there's lots of little papers in here. So I hope they're all good. Let's see. Who was this from? This was from Jackie Swafford. So thank you so much. She says, enjoy your gift. I'm thoroughly enjoying watching you as you both enter each adventure with poise and professionalism. Safe travels and God bless you both. Thank you so much, Jackie. God bless you as well.
The only reason we haven't put these up yet is because we wanted to thank you first.
Yes. And
now
so
they can go up.
Now I can get myself more organized. You don't know what a blessing it is to be able to utilize more of the space. So I had a little bit of a wish list. I don't have it anymore because we really don't have an address. So I very much appreciate you showing the love.
Yeah, we kind of took down our wish list because we really don't have a place to send it right now.
Let's see. This was, I don't know if the little name thing is here. This might have been from Jackie too. I can't remember. But this is like a little clothesline. So when we do the laundry with that machine, and if it's not good weather conditions outside, I can put up this little clothesline across in the RV and dry stuff. So that's super cool. Thank you so much for that. And it's got cool colors. Look at my hair's getting all messed up. It's got a little bag to keep it in. I love it.
I know you guys have some questions about Lynette's dog and Judge Grudge, and we'll get to those at the end.
This is a blessing too. This is that HDMI converter.
Right.
Because I have the DVD player does not hook up to these TVs. So do you want to read that one?
Yep.
Make you do some work here.
It says, enjoy your gift. I wanted to try and help you out with some of your electronic needs on your wish list. Hope these items are still needed and hope you're out as you both continue your adventures and take us along with you from Sherry Jeremiah, if I'm saying that right.
And a universal remote.
Yep. So we thank you.
Yes.
We got your note.
Yeah, because I have, when you don't have internet or cable or anything, sometimes you just want to watch a movie and you got some old DVDs you want to put on and just get comfy and watch a movie, and maybe one day do an exercise video. We'll see, but I so appreciate it. We just have a couple of things here. Oh, I remember what this was. Like Christmas.
Is that like Christmas in the creek?
It's Christmas without the creek.
Christmas without the creek.
I'm going to read this. This is another hanging little thing. I should have brought some
It
scissors.
says, enjoy your gift from Leslie in the UK. Sending love from Leslie. Thank you,
Thank
Leslie.
you so much, Leslie.
Appreciate it.
These are little baskets that hang on the wall. Boy, they wrap these little suckers up tight, too. And more organizing.
Mm-hmm.
I had gotten one that hangs on a door, and it worked out so great hanging on the bathroom door. I thought these would be super cool just to give us a little bit more space in our tight little area. Just want to show you what they look like. So it's this little basket, and it's got these little hooks that you can hang on the wall.
There you go.
See? And it's got little pockets on the side. This is going to be amazing. And they just hang on these hooks.
It's got pockets here and on the sides.
So I'm super excited for those. Every little bit of space
Yeah.
that you can take
Some of these might
advantage
can
of.
be used in the Jeep too.
Don't try to steal my stuff. You get your own little list. Got one other thing. One other thing.
Oh.
I didn't think it was going to get here. There you go. This is for the lattes.
Oh.
The frother.
Enjoy your gift. Enjoy your lattes, Gail from Gail Combs.
Thank you so
Gail.
much, Gail.
Appreciate it.
I know we're going back and forth in emails because the post office in the town where it was going as a small post office, so they did not have, they have limited hours there, so it kept saying attempted to be delivered, and we were trying to figure out what was going on, but that's it. So thank you so much, all of you. I really, really do appreciate it so much. You'll help our journey out with these items. So
those of you that don't know where Fort Greely is, it's about 5 miles south of Delta Junction. It's a missile defense base. It used to be used for Army training. It's now more of a contractors run the base now. Mostly, I think they have maybe 20 or 30 National Guard people that run mostly the medical clinic that's here. But it's a very small, very, very small base. But I like the small bases. I did work here as a contractor for 6 months. It was a summer job. It had a start date and an end date. And they put me up in housing here, and I just drove home on the weekends because I lived in North Pole. So I would ride a motorcycle back and forth. There was 4 of us on this contract. The other 3 were from out of state. And I was the only one from the state. And so we would work Monday to Friday, and then I'd go home on the weekends, and we had a car, but we had to share the car.
Oh.
So I would just leave them the car, and then I would ride the motorcycle home. And then we had the quarters we were staying in on the base here had a little garage, so it was perfect for the motorcycle. I could drive right in, as long as the weather was good. I think only one time did I really have to drive the truck because it was just pouring down rain. But
well, that must have been nice riding the motorcycle.
yeah, it was a nice little trip. Couple spots you got to watch the road, you know. But it's 90 miles to North Pole from here. It's a good little ride. But I enjoyed it, and it's kind of neat to be back. Now, right now, if you ride through Post, it looks like a ghost town. There's nothing open. Nothing is open. So
it's gonna be like visiting all your old stomping grounds, huh?
Tomorrow there'll be a few people here. I know, not many, maybe 3 or 4. But I'll say hi to them tomorrow. They'll probably be at work, and if they don't work here anymore, because they're contractors too, they work for Wolf Creek.
So they might
as
not.
did I. So if the contract ended, then they probably are gone. But it's right over there. We can walk over there and
say hi to new people.
Yeah, Rick, if you're watching, hey Rick. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. Well, I'll try to see you tomorrow if you're still here.
What else? We talked about the fires. Another thing I wanted to mention with the fires that I thought was so sad is there's some looting that was going on.
Oh man!
I know we did speak to one of the policemen that was where we were parked on Pink Mountain. There's 2 officers that were
brought up from that town you named? Not Prince George, the other one.
Fort St. John.
Yes. I can't remember that name to save my life. At Fort St. John, there were 2 patrol officers that were sent just to run
Specifically for the
night
looting.
shifts for the looting, people looting.
Yeah, I think that's so sad
That's like the lowest of low.
in
To
a
rob
time
from
of devastation, especially. I mean, you shouldn't be ever robbing people anyway, but
people, right?
in a time of devastation like that, are you serious?
They're
That's
kicking
horrible.
people while they're down. That's crappy.
So I just wanted to say, I just thought that was horrible. Another thing we could talk about is, I know Jeremy had put out the video with Lynette's dogs, and
Yeah.
that whole thing, listening to the call and everything, that's just quackers.
What
because
happened? We rolled up to Tubetown because we were talking to Travis and Deanna up at the roadside where Zim came. He stopped by. Then we left from there and went to Tubetown, which is just right around the corner. And as we rolled up, those dogs were in the road.
Like, yeah, you could clearly see they were running out to our vehicle, and yeah, they are 2 cute dogs.
They were already in the road.
Even that other quacker, Marla, had put out a post how, you know, we filmed them for a vicious dog story. Like, I had dog spray with me. Did you see me spraying those cute little dogs? No. I feel bad for them, and it's terrible that they're hanging out in the road that way, and we were telling them to go home. Mm-hmm. So I don't even know how I would be calling them when I didn't even know their names.
We knew right away who the dogs belonged to.
Yeah, because we've seen them before a long time ago, but I don't remember their names.
One of
or
them's
anything.
A wiener dog, and then there's a little like a little Shih Tzu looking dog.
Yeah. To me, they're looking for new homes.
They are. They're happy.
Poor little doggies.
They're not vicious. They're not biting.
But what I think is
we were actually trying to get them to go back.
Right. What I think is the huge shame is that she's calling the police and wasting important resources.
Wasting money.
That is insane, and I think the police should charge her for that.
Yeah, they should start charging.
It's absolutely insane to have made such a ridiculous call full of lies, and I don't know what kind of Kool-Aid these people are drinking. Her, him, and their supporters. It's shameful.
They're whacked out on
just
something.
Completely shameful.
You try to bring good to a town, and all they do is complain about it. At every turn, they complain about this, complain about that.
And
it's like, oh my God.
Another reason those dogs are so cute, and I love cute dogs, but I didn't even pet the dogs that day because I was not trying to encourage them to stay.
Right.
So, it's just cuckoo luku, the stories. Shameful.
No.
But I just wanted to address that real quick.
But their gate was, Lynette's gate was open when we rolled up, and the dogs were already in the road. So we slowed down so we wouldn't hit them. And we're going real slow.
You shouldn't own animals if that's the way you take care of them.
If that's the way you take care of them and just let them run all over town. I mean, they fit right in that town. That town is full of people that just let their animals run all over and do whatever.
And that's terrible.
You can't blame anybody if they get hit.
That's animal neglect.
That's ownership neglect. That's your responsibility to keep your pets contained on your property. If you can't do that, don't have pets.
Right.
They get pets because
did you notice when she called the police, she didn't really have to give up too much information. She calls them so many times. Yeah, she's just like, hey, this is Lynette Preston. And they're like, oh, geez. You know, they know the address. They know all these things. They ain't got to collect too much information because they've heard from her so many times.
Brett and Therese Granger called my dog.
Crazy.
No, we didn't call your dogs. Your dogs were there already, and we were trying to shoo them back home. We were like, go
And
home,
another
go
thing
home.
is, what was the time lapse in between the dogs running out and her actually coming home was quite a time lapse as well.
They were out there
so
for
that
a while.
was a whole nother ridiculous factor of why you would be calling the police way after the situation with your dogs, which was your own situation to begin with. So Lord only knows how much junk Travis deals with over there from them.
Man.
But that's a sad way to live.
Yeah, it's.
Otter
I
Creek
mean,
did not need that.
they did not need another one of those rug people with dogs running everywhere and not working and just living on the system and just. I mean, it's just
And a sad excuse for a turtle rescue.
one
That's
excuse
not
after
a
another
turtle rescue.
excuse.
Thank you, Tricky.
Yeah, thanks, Tricky. Welcome
She
back.
does need serious help.
She does.
Yep. So another thing that's going on this Tuesday is the big meeting in Otter Creek.
Yes.
And unfortunately, and fortunately, we won't be there.
We won't be there.
So, and I think this is good. It's going to be a really important meeting.
It is important
because they'll be seating the new people. So,
mm-hmm.
But that is this Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Your time.
So
Eastern time.
Travis should be airing that.
He should be live streaming it, and we had an agreement with Travis
so
that
pay
we
attention.
We'll screen record it and then put in our.
We'll be doing a commentary the day afterwards.
The next day. Yeah.
But Travis will be live streaming the meeting, so tune in to Travis's channel, What You Doing, Willis.
We'll be watching too.
We'll be watching on there too with y'all and commenting with you all to see what's really going on. Hopefully with prayers, things are going to move forward in a positive direction. They're going to seat those new members, and then we'll get to see if Laura Mott is really what she says this time. So the camera's on. What are you going to do? Are you going to do the right thing this time, Laura? Let's find out. I had conversations with her before the last election, and they didn't really go very far. I don't really understand some of what was going on there. So hopefully we've changed our tune and we're going to do the right thing. I was hoping that we could have collaborated on some good in the past, but that did not happen. So that's where the Not for Mott came from, because I did not see anything good going on there. But I'm hoping and praying that something has changed, maybe a little gear clicked, and we're going to do what we should be doing.
You know
the
what
town
I'm
deserves
expecting,
it.
though? You know what this is?
The puppet strings?
The puppet master. He's going to be controlling the strings. Russ the Sus is going to be working it from up here.
I would like to be proved wrong on all of that. So,
Laura, think for yourself. You have a brain. This guy doesn't have a brain. Do what you know is right. You work for the people, the town. What's for the good of the town, not what's for good for Russell Meeks, not what's good for whoever, and Ron, Don the Con, and Mary Mathis Gary. This is about the town, the whole town as a whole. What's good for the people? Then you make your decision.
Otter Creek needs good, and it was on the path to good. I'd like to see that continued. Yeah. There is good people in that town, and I'm hoping the good people will rally around and get the things done that need to get done. The few people that don't want anything good are outnumbered, so let's take the ball and run with it, people.
Yeah.
We'll be waiting and seeing and just praying that the situation gets better for Otter Creek.
I don't know the person's name that got trespassed, but has it been even put out who it was, or are we at liberty to say who it is?
I don't know.
I mean, we've been out.
I don't know their name.
We've been out of the loop for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. So
I just heard it was.
It's that house right.
One of the drunk guys. I'm not sure.
That house right next to town hall, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
Didn't he go away and come back?
There's several drunk guys that hang over there, so I'm not really sure.
Yeah, we don't know which one it is. We don't have their names.
I don't know their name. I don't know all the details of that.
We don't.
I just heard that it was one of the drunk guys. I don't want to give the wrong information, and I don't even know the exact details of it.
Yeah.
So, but obviously, you know, Belinda, sweet Belinda, I love you so much. She deals with a lot of crap she shouldn't have to, and she's still there trucking. Like, I give her props. She has put up with a lot of crap, and she has done a lot of work to make that office look beautiful, and she's stuck in there, and she is appreciated by many, even though there's a few that are making her days harder than it should be. So we love Belinda.
They
I
said
do
it
miss
wasn't a
her.
full-time resident. I don't think that guy is a full-time resident. I think he goes and comes back and.
Yeah, because he does own property. The guy that does live next door, if
Hmm.
that's the one, he does own property somewhere else
Right.
as well. And, you know, again, it's just
But
that's another thing Otter Creek did not need.
yeah,
So that
don't need
property
any more
has
roads.
been vacant for a while. And then wouldn't it be nice if somebody, oh my goodness,
Russ for president. President of what?
we
Oh my
already have a
goodness.
crappy president.
No.
um, Wouldn't it be nice if Otter Creek got good people in there? There are good people, and it's just going to keep getting better. I know it will. If anybody tries to play games at that next meeting, I hope they get squashed really quickly. And if people cause havoc, then the cops need to be called, and the cops need to be forced to do their job.
Hey,
Shouldn't go on like that.
we have 934 people in the stream, and I'm just going to tread lightly here. But the Canadians in the viewing audience, give me a thumbs up if you like your president.
Yeah, you know, driving through Canada was like when you're driving through the States and you see a lot of the beep Biden flags. There was a lot of beep Trudeau flags that we saw flying in Canada.
Yes.
So I have a feeling that a lot of people have the view that Trudeau
Same
is
as
pretty much
Biden.
the same as Biden.
A lot of the rest stops
So.
we went in, I went into the restroom there, and it's written on the wall, you know, have fun with Trudeau.
Yeah.
We're using a nice word
Yeah,
there. You
they
just
had-
substitute the word.
Yeah, I see some thumbs down.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway,
But
we'll tread lightly. We don't want to offend anybody, but
no, I
not a fan.
I don't know about all the Canadian politics, and I don't really want to get into all that either. But I do know the Canadians
The
that
Canadians are nice.
I ran into were
Super
fabulous.
nice.
It's
love them. They're
beautiful country.
Great neighbors. See, those would be great to have as neighbors.
Belinda needs a golden shovel for the poop. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
no kidding.
She sure does.
Yes.
She's a sweetheart.
That poor lady.
You know, the one thing about Otter Creek is I got to meet some fantastic people, some lifelong friends.
Mm-hmm.
So.
We'll be back in Otter Creek.
Another thing, what else is new? So we did start another level of the membership, and we wanted to thank our members. We have 2 levels of membership, and one is the snowbird and one is the resident. And those are optional things. You don't have to join, because I know some people complain about it, and it's completely optional.
Yeah, it's optional.
But for anybody who does want to join the memberships, there are 2 levels. In the second level, we will put out lives. I did put a video up because we had no signal to do a live, so I wanted to provide something. So there is a video up there now.
We guarantee at least one video or live a week, and maybe 2. There's a lot.
Do you?
While we're in Alaska, there's a lot of stuff.
I don't guarantee anything. That's him guaranteeing.
We're guaranteeing
so if you
one.
have any problems, you talk to
but
this
you're
guy.
likely to get 2.
But if we can't do a live, absolutely, I will put a video up, because you need to be getting something.
Yep.
So there is one up now, and I think it's about half an hour long. So if anybody's interested in the memberships, check them out. Just wanted to mention that, because people were asking before how they could support the channel, and we do appreciate everybody's support on any level.
We do.
We love everybody, whether you're a member, whether you're not a member. We love you, even if you're not subscribed. It's free to subscribe, but even if you don't, you're just a viewer, we love you too.
I wonder if the YouTube page Summers in Alaska, if she watches. It's a husband and wife team, and he works up on the slope. I know they grew up and lived in the Fairbanks area, but it'd be neat to do a shout out with them. They're much bigger than we are.
I believe they're way bigger.
Yeah.
Way, way bigger.
It's okay. We're all friends.
You want to start a tube town in Alaska?
Tube Town's coming! But your honor, you don't understand. Tube Town is coming!
You really just can't make it up, can you?
Oh my God.
You got to laugh. I mean, all these things provide. Thank you for
Thanks,
upgrading, Tricky.
Tricky.
So Tricky just upgraded her membership to the resident member. But you just got to laugh at all these different things.
Yes.
You got to have humor. It's a lot of stuff
Got
to
a
deal with.
snowbird. Thanks, Catherine. So
So-
we did the levels we did were based on travel. So because it's a big deal in Florida, you know, in Otter Creek, or if you're a resident, can you vote? Can you not? We decided to do snowbird because that's a big thing in Florida.
Snowbird.
And Alaska,
Woo!
it's a big thing. The snowbirds, you know, leave and come back and leave and come back. So we decided to do the levels like a travel.
I always wanted to be a snowbird.
And then if you decide you like a place and you stay, you become what? A resident. And then what's above resident? We're still thinking. We don't know, but maybe
I don't know.
Maybe you're a board member.
Who wants to be a board member?
Yeah, we didn't. She don't like that one, but I thought it was cute because you
I
go
don't
from
know.
snowbird
And I don't
to
even know if
resident
we'd
to
have
board
another
member.
level or anything like that.
Yeah, we're staying with 2 for a while. We'll just see how
So-
that goes. We don't want to get too,
You know, yeah,
too much.
too much. Want to be able to enjoy life still.
Yeah.
But so what else? What do we got coming up? Like, how long you think we're gonna stay here for?
I'm thinking maybe 2 nights, especially with the generator not working.
And then we're
So-
going where? What's the final?
We're headed to. Do we give the exact location? No. We're going to be staying.
You can just give the city is fine.
We'll be in a North Pole campground near Fairbanks. So that narrows it down.
Yeah, how many are there?
I only can think of one, but there might be others. I haven't been here in a while.
And what are we going to be doing when we're staying around this area?
So this new campground actually is one when I got out of the military up here, I was trying to purchase it because it was for sale. But it was the store, there's a store in front of the campground, and the store at first they didn't want to sell with it. I wanted them to go together. And then they decided to go with it, and I was inventorying. They were allowing me to go in and kind of do an inventory so I could get an assessment about how much product value was there, so I could find out its worth. But they were less than forthcoming about the revenue. They were less than forthcoming about their debt. And in fact, I talked to their bank, and their bank said you need to walk away because they owe vendors a lot of money, and they sold all the liquor out of the store, and they sold all the gas out of the tank. So you would have been in debt $100,000 just standing the store up.
Well, there must have been a situation.
It was a
because
mess.
They are no longer joined. From
Yeah,
what I
they're not
gather,
joined anymore. So
it must have been a
the
mess.
store is either still owned by those people, being mismanaged grossly, I'm sure, or it's been bought by someone else and they fixed it. I don't know.
Rumor is that you want to buy a campground here in Alaska while you're here. That's what I heard.
I don't know. I'd love to do summers up here, and to fly up, I would leave a vehicle, not this vehicle, but we'd get a Jeep or something, and then fly up, run the campground in the summer, and then close it up and then go back. But I think it's just going to be too expensive up here. Remember, you got to make a year's worth of money in 4 months. You got 4 months to make a year's worth of money to pay for the taxes, because the taxes are all year. Now, there's no income tax here. There's no sales tax here. Some municipalities have a sales tax. I know North Pole has a nominal sales tax. I don't know how much it is. It used to be 2% or 3%. Fairbanks has none. So there's no state tax, no income tax, and they actually pay residents to live here. It's based on the oil dividends, and it's an average of the last 5 years, and it's per dependent. So if you have 4 kids, that's 6 people. So it's 6 times whatever the dividend is. I know it ranged between $950 to upwards of $2,500 at the time, and we were 6 people, so you get a pretty fat check in October. But believe me, you spend that money on food, on heating oil, you spend
Okay.
it. It's expensive to live here. It really is. But
So yes, Russell is out, and but you still have Don LeCon in there, and not from Mott. So we'll see
yeah,
what happens.
yep. So hopefully we're seating hopefully 4 new people.
We have seen lots of bears. Bears have been most of what we've seen.
Summers in her video talked about the price of stuff. Yeah, she's accurate. I don't watch her regularly, but I have jumped on there, and I find it interesting. Even though I know already a lot of what she's saying, it's still fun to revisit the stuff.
Someone asked if I've been eating popcorn, and actually, we bought a huge bag
Oh man,
of
this
Boom
is
Chicka
so
Pop at
good
Sam's Club.
popcorn.
That is popcorn
I've got to get it.
crack.
I've got to show you.
So there's not very much left in that gigantic bag, by the way,
I like
because
popcorn.
somebody has
but
been
this
Boom
popcorn-
Chicka popping it up, and it wasn't even me. So Brett is addicted. I have not had time to break out the ukulele so far. I'm hoping once we are in one spot for a month, then I can play some more with that.
Okay, for you popcorn lovers, this is the best popcorn on the planet.
Hey, buddy, my glasses are in here. You're gonna scratch them up. He's already like
Boom Chicka Pop.
got his little crack popcorn.
It's sweet and salty kettle corn, and I mean this stuff. Sam's Club has it. It is amazing. Big old bag.
So they had a sale when we were in there, so we got the bag. He doesn't share. He's not a great sharer.
I share.
He is not a great sharer.
I share.
He's one of those people you order
Boom, chicka pop.
2 different things at the restaurant, and you say, we want to try 2 different things. Let's split it. And you have cut yours in half, and you look over to do the exchange, and he's already eaten everything. That's how he is with sharing.
Want some Boom Chicka Pop?
Not right now. You're going to be cut off from that Boom Chicka Pop.
This Boom Chicka Pop is good.
I need to hide that Boom Chicka Pop.
So when I was up here last time, Sam's Club moved out of town. They had a Sam's Club in Fairbanks.
So you won't be getting no more Boom Chicka Pop.
It was an empty building for a while. We heard Costco was coming. I did not see Costco open.
I heard Tubetown was coming.
Yeah, I heard Tubetown was coming too. But I've heard on more than one occasion that Costco did occupy that building. What do y'all think of Costco? Thumbs up or thumbs down compared to Sam's Club? For those, I always thought Costco was a little higher. The memberships cost more. The products are different, and the gas is higher. It's not as good as Sam's Club, right?
I didn't think so.
I'm a thrifty
Personally,
shopper, so I like a bargain.
I mean, if
You guys
that's
you like Costco?
if that's your only choice, I haven't been in there in a long, long time.
Yeah, we have Sam's Club membership, so
Jason said Costco is here,
yeah,
so
Costco's everywhere. They have some
So-
in Canada too. I've seen them.
I haven't been in one in a long time. When I was growing up down south, we had Costco, BJ's, and Sam's Club, and we used to shop at BJ's out of the 3. But it's just been a long time since then. I think I was like early 20s then.
It looks like most people like Costco. Thumbs up on Costco.
Oh, well, I guess we'll have to check it out at some point. But down in Florida, there wasn't a Costco near where we were anyway. You pretty much had Sam's Club was more of what was around.
I don't think I've ever lived near a Costco, so it's never really been an option.
Yeah, down south we had all 3, but goodness. Oh, Costco's got the Boom Chicka Pop.
All right, we might have to be members. I need a 1-month membership.
I think Turkey asked you how big is that bag.
This bag is
And I think we got it on sale too, so it was like less than $5.
25 ounces.
1 pound 9 ounces of pure yum yum.
Boom Chicka Pop.
Yum,
25
yum.
ounces.
Yeah, I liked BJ's too. They used to take coupons and everything. So
Yeah.
But yeah, gotta love that boom chicka pop.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta portion it out.
Sam's is just Walmart stuff. I always like the price at the pump though.
Yeah.
Costco's better than Sam's.
Well, now that we're in the RV, most of what we would get in any of those clubs is going to be the gas. We can
Yeah.
get snack items and stuff like that, but
You can't really bulk up in this small
yeah, you
space
can't
with 2 people.
get too much, except for the dry goods and your
Dry goods,
cleaners
yeah.
and stuff like that. Now, if we had a homestead, and when we have a homestead, because I'd really like to find one of those, yeah, the bears are going to smell that popcorn. You got to watch out. They're going to get your boom chicka pop crack.
Well, we have a fence around us here, so I don't know if they're inside the fence and they might find us, but if they're not inside the fence,
yeah, they're going to smell that and come on. And then, you know, I'll have to run, because what's the deal? Whoever's the fastest runner.
Yeah, whoever's the fastest runner.
So I'll leave you in that popcorn behind. I got to get.
I don't have to outrun the bear. I just have to outrun you.
Forget it, buddy. I'm gonna run like there's an ice cream truck ahead.
I thought gas. I thought. Oh, they said Costco gas is cheaper. Oh, okay.
Costco is the only wholesale club in Fairbanks.
I saw diesel on the way here. Yeah, Costco's here now, though. It used to be Sam's Club for years, though. When I left, they closed it out. And the rumor was Costco was going in there, and I guess it did go in there. I didn't see Costco, though.
So I'm excited to get to Fairbanks, and I still haven't tried. I get to try a moose burger. What else have you been telling me about? So I've never tried any moose.
A bison burger. We
A
have
bison
to go.
burger. I still haven't tried any bison. What
If
else?
we go to the Alaskan Bake in Pioneer Park, you'll get a sampler plate.
Ooh.
And you'll get a little bit of halibut, a little bit of salmon. But it's a good place to start.
So I'm excited for all that stuff.
How many of you know about the Turtle Club in Fairbanks? It's actually outside of Fairbanks, little town.
Do they serve turtle there?
They might. Turtle soup.
Is that why it's called the Turtle Club?
No, I don't know why it's called the Turtle Club. But it's a well-known establishment just north of Fairbanks, maybe 5 miles.
Greetings, Jeff.
It's fine dining, and it's.
Oh, do I have clothes for fine dining?
But prime rib is their claim to fame.
What kind of clothes you got to wear there?
They have 3 different cuts. I forget what they are. Foxy cut, miner's cut, something else. I forget.
Foxy.
But you always get the smallest one because that's the one. It's going to fill you up anyway. And the big one is just, that's take home. Unless we split it.
Yeah, right. I've learned my lessons with you and splitting and sharing and all that garbage. Nuts happening, Jack. Oh, it's going to be a nice, peaceful night here.
Yeah, it's going to be quiet.
So what else are we going to do?
Turtle Club is great. See there?
Well, it's a good
There you
thing we
go.
don't need to dress up, because I didn't bring any dressy clothes with me. I might have actually gotten rid of all my dressy clothes. We cleaned out so much stuff. I don't really own much anymore.
Boo on the turtles. Fishing. So we're going to stay in the Fairbanks area through at least the end of June, and then I think we're going to head south. We want to go to Denali Park. We may stay a day, depending on the weather. Then we'll head down to Anchorage area, which means we'd like to get down to the Kenai Peninsula. We would like to see we have a fan whose wife is a postmaster in Soldotna.
Oh.
So Soldotna Sterling
Are we going to meet her?
is on
I
the
like to meet nice
west
postmasters.
side of the Kenai Peninsula. As you go down toward Homer, it's along that coast.
Oh. Can you speak a little louder? You talking to me
Yes.
or him?
Probably me. My voice doesn't project.
I told him I'm going to need to get him a microphone somewhere, somehow. It's really, really bad, especially in the RV when we're driving, because the RV is kind of loud anyway. So I'll be like hanging over towards him, trying to get the phone as close to him as I can. So I do need to try to find some kind of microphone for him.
Gail says to check out Skagway. I would like to check out Skagway. I'd also like to check out Hyder. Is right across the border there from Stewart.
Go to the
Stewart
post office
Hyder.
in Chicken, Alaska.
Oh yeah, that's way out there. These places y'all are saying, they're not like right around the corner. It's like 3 days drive.
You know, that's another thing
And
too.
they're gravel roads.
Even in
and
taking pictures, I know everybody says the pictures don't do it justice, and that's because when you're looking out, it's so vast. The beauty is so vast. So the picture is like this little blip. But what you see in that picture, just imagine it's all the way around you. And some of the stuff is so beautiful and clean and crisp. It's like you could touch it.
It feels like
But
it's right there. You could touch
it's
it out the
so
window.
far away, and
But
it's
it
so
could be
huge.
it could be 15 miles away, and it's so vast in size. It's just hard to get it in your head
It's
how big
beauty
it is.
overload,
It
and
is.
just
Oh man.
just looking at it, like there's no better way to spend time with God than to be looking out at the beauty, and
That he
you
built.
just, yeah, it's God's artwork, and
Yeah.
you're just so thankful, and you just have these conversations with God that, oh, it just blows me away.
Hey Gail, is that Whittier Tunnel still open? Because we heard from the road crew this morning that the staffing has been removed or lowered, so that tunnel may not be in play. I mean, I'd have to call and find out on that. That's something I'd always wanted to do.
Who's Brian?
Who's Brian? Brian.
Did you bring Brian here? Is Brian in the Jeep?
I hear if you have headphones on, though, it works better.
You don't know it all day long. This is me with Brett. What?
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 So
I'll turn it up. Hold on.
don't feel bad.
Let's see if I bring it closer. Can you hear me now?
I can't hear him all day long. I'm like, what'd you say? What'd you say? Because he does talk really low, and not only does he talk really low, but I do believe he needs to get his hearing checked. And I think that adds to the problem also, and he doesn't want to accept that. And it's not only a part of getting older, but when you've gone through things in life, it affects your hearing. I don't even think I hear as good as I used to.
Joan can hear me. That's all that matters. All right, Joan.
So I have on my list that he needs to get his hearing checked. But, you know, it's been on this list for like a year, and he's like very stubborn. It's earwax. It could be. I want to get one of those ear candles in there. Ew.
I was doing a Russell imitation.
Ooh. Oh gosh. He reminds me of the He reminds me of the monkeys. Like when you go to the zoo and you see the monkeys like picking at each other, and they're like picking. He reminds me of that in the meetings when he's over there picking at himself. So yeah.
See, she's screaming at her husband.
Yeah, it's very frustrating. So sometimes after you've repeated yourself 2 and 3 times, you're like, forget it.
Oh, the Chicken
know.
Alaska Festival.
Oh, that would be fun. They do have selective hearing as well. Half the time I'm like, okay, either you just can't hear or you're ignoring me. Not sure which one
And
it
that's
is.
Teresa. She's
And
very
I'm sure-
closely related to you.
I'm sure it's a mixture
I
of
feel I'm
things
being
there.
ganged up on. Teresa and Teresa.
Oh Lord.
The tease.
Salty dog for sure. Homer's great.
I think I've walked in there. Walked in, walked out.
I think I have an email from someone, and I have it in my saved folder. I think that's the place she said her daughter works at. I'll have to check.
I got a question for you. Does anyone know what it costs to go out on a salmon fishing charter or halibut charter in Seward? Because that's a military base establishment there. I know that they have a campground. They got some cabins. The campground is really just a gravel parking lot, but it has services. But you can go out on an MWR charter, and I can't seem to find a price for it. But we could call. I'm sure that's not even open yet.
Probably not. Probably not. Yeah, don't be like Don the Con. Get your hearing checked. Right on,
On the
Teresa.
con.
Right on.
He is not corrupt.
Lord have mercy.
The water.
Maybe we are.
The water's real good in Otter Creek. The water's
Could
real
be sisters
good.
from a different mister, right?
Could be.
Oh. Her hubby's on, someone else's hubby's on a
Charter.
charter
In Kodiak,
in Kodiak
right?
there, a fishing boat.
Kodiak's a little far.
He is corrupt. Yes, he is tricky.
Very corrupt.
It's just sad. He really needs to just stay home.
He's been on that wacky weed, you know what I mean? Makes the water taste good.
The devil's lettuce.
The devil's lettuce.
Well, whatever. Different strokes for different folks. Stay at home then. I mean, you shouldn't be on the board. That's the bottom line. I don't care if you're up in the whole head of the devil's lettuce, but stay off the board. Some people need to get some stuff done.
So there's one of the ladies talks about how the women made a living while the men were out mining. I'd like to know more about that. Is that the world's oldest profession?
What? Really? Good golly, Miss Molly. There's probably a lot more
339
peaceful.
Daytona. The diesel here was way cheaper than Canada.
Yes, they do, Tricky. I doubt he ever got his $50.
No.
I doubt he'll ever get that $50. That was a bet that should have never been made.
Charters are $400 per person per day.
Ooh. Oh, there's a lot of birds. I keep looking all over. I saw a pretty yellow bird earlier. Lots of little birds.
Yeah, in Canada you only get a leader and you get a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, he was probably lying about what the doctor told him. You gotta watch out.
There's a moose outside the back door right now.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
We did see, I saw one moose cow, and then we saw another moose. We've seen a whole ton of bears.
Bears, like 20 of them at least.
A whole lot. A couple were grizzlies. And what else? We saw a couple of foxes, caribou,
There was one
eagles,
there was one
owls.
large size black bear near the edge of the road. And there was a rough patch of road coming up. And there was a car in front of me. And I wanted to give him some more distance because he was kicking up dust. So I slowed down and I'm like, oh, let me just see what this bear will do. So I moved over to the left lane. There was no traffic in either way. And I rolled down the window and we watched him. We got a real good picture of him. He started to come to the door and I'm like, okay, that's close enough. I rolled up the window and pulled away.
He was curious about what my phone was. So I had my phone taking pictures in the passenger seat. And when Brett took my phone to get a closer picture, he looked up at my phone and started walking over to us. And I was like, oh my goodness. We don't need to get that close to nature.
Yeah, and once he rears up, he would have been right at my head level.
Right.
He could have just went.
He was definitely curious to know what that phone was.
He was curious and cute, but you don't know when they're going to turn and you don't know what he's going to do.
I bet you he was going to call Uber Eats.
If he sticks his nose in the window and smells food, which he will, there's food in the camper.
Yeah, your boom chicka pop.
You know, we would have been bait, lunch or dinner or something. The bears right now are hungry because they're just coming out of hibernation, so they're looking for stuff. And there's no berries
No, I'm
yet,
looking around.
so they're eating grass.
It is getting a little cooler out.
It is
Just in the
getting
little
cooler.
bit we've been sitting here, it has dropped significantly.
The sun was out, now it's cloudy.
Thank you so much, Alex. That's
Alex.
so sweet. We appreciate your support.
We do?
Yeah, we definitely have to be safe. I know we need to get some bear spray still because you can't cross the border with any pepper spray or anything, which I think is weird or odd. So we definitely need to get that. I did have some, my dog spray, actually, I left at my sister's house because I didn't want any issues when we were trying to cross the border. So, because I have seen people get turned away for having pepper spray.
So, of the Canadians in the audience, why is it the Canadians don't want you to protect yourselves from common threats like bears
Well, what do
or
they? Yeah, what do y'all do?
what do you? I mean, y'all.
Was it Yogi Bear? I don't
I don't
know.
know. I didn't
He
ask
didn't
him.
have a lunch basket, but
He
I
didn't
think he
have a
was
name
looking for
tag.
our lunch
He didn't
basket.
have a name tag either.
I didn't think I would see a bear like I've seen that. I was thinking the moose would be what we'd first see, but bullwinkle was pretty
Tricky says,
elusive.
"How do you like being away from Otter Creek?" It's nice to have a break from Otter
Yeah,
Creek.
I love it. It's nice to be away from all the drama and just be in nature. You feel so connected with
Hmm.
God and you get to collect your thoughts and clear your head. It's very important. I think everybody gets a little too consumed with
He
technology.
says they can carry bear spray. I
Huh.
guess they
I
just
guess
don't
they
like
don't
us to
want us
have
to
it.
carry it, so we want the bears to eat the tourist.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's what I'm getting. Does
Um,
that lower their taxes?
maybe,
Because the taxes on gas are crazy, man.
maybe. Um,
And I got another question. I hear BC has, what's it called, fossil fuel tax or some kind of extra tax. How is that making your life better?
Thank you, Jay
Thanks, Jay
Water.
Walter.
Roadless Wolf. Are y'all going to do some storage locker purchases up there?
No, we don't have room for storage locker stuff.
Though it would be so neat to be able
Yeah,
to see what they got going on in the storage units up
yeah,
here.
it would be neat.
I love checking out what's going on in the storage units. You can find some cool, cool treasures, but we don't really have anywhere to put anything. I think at some point when we do have a homestead, that would be fun to do again, but it'll probably be a few couple years before we do that again. We were doing that a little bit when we were in Otter Creek. That's why we ended up having so much stuff to get rid of in our barn too. But it's fun. I love looking at the treasures
Hmm.
and seeing what people have. But yeah, we wouldn't have anywhere to put it. I'd like to go maybe if we saw any kind of auction just to see what they got.
Yeah,
I even want to go to a thrift store too and see just what they have in the thrift stores up here because I like thrifting.
it's a cash grab. I agree. You know, if you go back to when taxes were first invented, when the British tried to excise taxes on Americans for, remember the whole Boston Tea Party thing? That was all really illegal. It was,
I
it's
want a tea party.
the way it was put together is illegal. Taxes are illegal. There's ways they could make it legal, but it's
There's
not
lots of
legal.
things the government does, and
Yeah.
what it's just. We'll just leave that at
Sovereign
that.
citizen, that's where it's at. There's just not enough of them. If there was enough of them, then they'd get their way, but there's not enough of
Yeah,
them.
I know a few sovereign
Yeah.
citizens.
And I think they're onto something there.
I did enjoy Ohio, Tricky. I love Ohio. My
Hmm.
sister lives there, and anytime I have gone to visit her, I absolutely enjoy my time there. There's a
Hmm.
lot of places I haven't been to yet in Ohio.
Hell's
There's
headquarters was nice. I love that.
gorgeous,
The land, the property there is amazing.
absolutely gorgeous. Yes.
Hello, Texas. Hook 'em horns.
Yeah, thrifting is so much fun, right? When we were kids, we were always thrifting. If we wanted to get different school clothes or Halloween costumes or things like that, we went to the thrift store. And when we were kids too, which is a little different, I've noticed nowadays, is you really had to dig for the treasures when you went to the thrift stores. There was a lot of them that had a whole bunch and it was like piled up in bins and you got to really dig. But nowadays it doesn't seem like a lot of people like that whole digging thing. So they just glance at whatever's out and available. Like they're not about the hunt. But I remember growing up, you had to really hunt through those places because there was all kinds of stuff in the bins. So I can't wait to see what the difference is in the thrift stores here. Because I know even in Ohio, when I go thrifting, I think you get much better deals than in Florida. So I love going to the yard sales and thrifting when I'm in Ohio. I used to even buy some stuff and send it back to Florida when I was there because you would get such cool stuff. And in Florida, you don't find as much for as cheap a price.
So these are diesel prices in Fairbanks
Well, that would be fun, Tricky.
on Gas Buddy. There's one that stands out at 359, and I don't know if that's accurate. But I'll be definitely going to see them if that's accurate. And then the rest seem to be hovering around $4. Athie's, that's an on-post gas station. But I've seen it cheaper than that. Even here in Delta, I think it was cheaper
Yeah,
than
I've
that.
seen the Goodwill with the bins. Where my sister lives, they even have these places called Lucky Duck, I think, that the owners do the pallet sales, and then they have these huge bin
Ooh.
tables that they put everything out, and on different days of the week, the prices
Thanks, Becky.
change. So that was a cool place to visit.
Now, look at this. This is interesting. I like trying to find the value. I switched this over to regular gas, and Costco is a good 15 cents cheaper on regular gas.
Yeah, we have Upside.
Now, this is in Fairbanks. Yeah, we have the Upside app.
We used to use that a lot in Florida.
Yeah. 387, and the next closest one is 409. But we mostly using diesel in this. Now, when it comes to the Jeep and running around here, we're going to be using gas. So
Yeah, because the Jeep is
regular
not
gas.
good on gas. We have not seen the Northern Lights yet. When they
Yeah,
had
we
that
haven't.
cool display of Northern Lights that everybody was posting all over the
It was-
states,
We were in North Dakota, but it was cloudy.
it
You
was
couldn't see
cloudy,
it.
and I'm like, we are like the closest we've ever
know.
been. And I have friends posting all over in Indiana and all over the place, all these beautiful Northern Lights they saw. So I got to enjoy everybody else's pictures, but no, we have yet to see that ourselves. So maybe we'll get lucky.
Does that Costco in Fairbanks not sell diesel?
They may not.
They may not.
There's a lot of places that don't.
But you're in Fairbanks, Alaska, where it's got to be the capital per capita of the people that have the most diesel trucks in the freaking country, and they don't sell diesel? In Fairbanks, where are you guys buying your diesel? That's alarming to me. Sam's Club had diesel.
Oh boy.
Now they bring in Costco and you got no diesel? You can take Costco.
Almost everywhere sells diesel. Redneck Treasure
There's
says
Costco. No diesel.
maybe almost everywhere except Costco.
Well, that's the only one that matters is the one in Fairbanks right now.
Okay. Oh, I've seen them in Rochester, upstate. So cool. I bet that it was beautiful.
Yeah.
That's still on the bucket list. So I guess I can check Canada and Alaska off. But I do want to spend more time in Canada at some point because there's so much beauty to be
There
seen
is.
there. So I can't really check it off the list totally. I do want to go back there and spend some time at some point. But this has been a huge thing to get to Alaska. I've always wanted to come here. What an awesome birthday present. I'm so excited. Today's my birthday, and
Yep.
crossing the border and coming to Alaska has been the ultimate gift. So I'm super blessed to be here. So thankful to God for getting us here safely and just that we have this opportunity. So,
How old are you?
oh, Lordy. I don't know if I can count that high. Oh, it's rough. Thank you, everybody. I am, how old y'all think I am? Let's see. Before I reveal the huge number, 22. I like you. That's my friend right there. 29. Love it. Oh yeah, the check is in the mail.
Wow, you're barely legal.
Woo! 45, 52, 45,
Getting close.
21. Those were the days.
47?
47,
That's close.
21. Yeah, 47 is pretty close.
So give him the magic number.
53. Let's see. 4, 9. 49.
49 today.
49. Yeah, I should have pulled a George and said, I am 59.
59.
Don't I look good? 59. Woo!
I think you look good for 49.
Party, party,
You look
party.
good for 39.
Might have to start wearing some makeup.
Yeah, and this is no makeup because she don't wear makeup.
I don't like makeup. That's like too much work.
This is au natural right here.
It's too much work and it's too much money, so I don't bother with makeup. I don't even do my hair. I don't have the patience for that. I never have. I was a tomboy growing up, so I didn't really bother with all that. I didn't really even wear dresses or skirts or any of that stuff. So
Yep, she's a 49er.
I'm a tomboy. So yeah, if I'm ever wearing makeup, whew, it'd be fun maybe to get a makeover sometime. I don't know, but I definitely wouldn't keep it up and do that every day for sure.
She's a natural beauty.
That's
right.
a lot of work. So hats off to you ladies that
Those 3-hour
are putting on the
divas.
makeup and
to go
doing
to
the hair
Walmart.
and looking beautiful. I always wished at some point that I could do my hair a little bit, but I'm horrible with all that and I just get frustrated, so I don't bother. I wish I had someone who would braid my hair.
So I want to take Madam Mayor to the Turtle Club for dinner, but
Ooh.
she's agreed to wait until we get to Fairbanks to do that. So that will probably be, what's a Sunday? Monday night, Tuesday. It might be Tuesday.
It's okay. It's my birthday month.
Oh, Tuesday
So you
night
have
though.
all month.
Oh, the meeting will be over by then because it's earlier here. It'll be 3 o'clock here. They'll be done with the meeting by 4 or 5. Then we go to dinner.
Yeah,
That'll work.
the time difference is 4 hours.
4 hours.
So
We're
what do you
4 hours
guys
back.
think of us doing the lives at 6 p.m. for you guys while we're here in a different time zone? Is that good with everybody?
6 o'clock work for y'all? Because 4 o'clock, some of
It's a
y'all might
little
not
more
be
comfortable
home.
for us.
We also don't want to run. We realize a lot of the
Thank you,
fans are also
Diane.
fans of Jeremy and Georgia. We don't want to run into their time slot on Sunday. So if we have it at 6, you know, we're not going to run 2 hours.
No.
So,
I mean, we're probably
6 o'clock, okay? I kind of like it because it gives us more time.
Yeah, because it'll be 2 o'clock here for us
Right.
when we're doing it at 6 for y'all.
We're still trying to get the regular videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday up by 4.
That
means,
shouldn't be a problem.
yeah. So
It's been a bit of
there
an
was
adjustment.
one that was hard. The last one we put up went up like 30 minutes late, but we had no connection.
No, that one went up 4.5 hours late because
There was no connection.
There was nothing when we were on the Cassiar, nothing. So we actually had to stop in at Jade City.
Oh yeah,
It has free Wi-Fi, so we stopped in there and I jumped on real quick, put the video up, and
just
hit
to
the
release
trail
the
again.
video. You can have the video all ready to go, but you have to log back in there and release it.
Right.
To make it public.
So it kind of stunk to put it out late, but better late than never. We do the best we can. It is what it is.
We're a little more settled now, so we should be back on our regular schedule. We got great Wi-Fi here. I'm getting 5G with full bars here. But there's nothing else going on here. There's no electric, there's no water.
But there's no Wi-Fi outside of that. You can only use it on your phone because I don't have any Wi-Fi on the computer.
Yeah, for the computer, we just hotspot our phones. But look, I'm getting a nice... Whoop, it went out. I'm getting nice 5G coverage up there. 5G full bars.
So, yeah, it was different spending so much time being disconnected while we were on the highway. But like I said, the biggest challenge I thought was not having some jams because you like to jam out, listening to your favorite tunes.
Did Travis ask you to pick up a few flags on your journey? Oh, yeah, we should get an Alaska flag. We'll get like a little Alaska flag so we can hang it up in Tubetown.
Yeah, don't forget. Yeah, we haven't talked to anybody really that much. So we haven't talked to Travis while we've been on the road.
Yeah, we haven't. We've talked to Jeremy once.
And I stay in contact with a few of my close peeps texting, but it's been rough with no signal. But it's okay to be disconnected every now and then. Like I said, it gives you time to collect your thoughts. Sometimes you just need to do that.
Y'all know the Alaska flag, right?
It's definitely
It's the Big
sticks out.
Dipper with the North Star. Do you know this was created by a 7-year-old boy?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Alarm going off there. All my alarms are jacked up with different times. I gotta get this mess straightened out. Yes, Travis will be doing the live at Town Hall.
Yes. We'll be
So-
watching on his page too.
Thank you, Travis, for
We're
hooking
doing
that
that.
up and
Yep.
we wanted to make sure everybody stayed informed. So we asked Travis if he'd be willing to do that. And of course, he, as the mayor of Tubetown, is his
Hey.
obligation, right?
Right.
So, we got to make sure everybody stays informed.
Yep. So
Inquiring minds want to know what is happening in the Otter Creek in the planet.
Otter Creek in the planet.
The door behind me, this one,
That's the back of the refrigerator, I think.
that's the water
No,
tank.
that's the water. That's the refrigerator.
And this is the refrigerator. There's not a whole lot of storage on this coach. And over here to the left of me, what you can't see is an outside TV. But there's really not too much storage at all. But there's more than enough for 2 people. And if we had a homestead, I believe there would have been
Tubetown, baby.
a lot more left behind, because you think you need a lot of things that you don't actually need. So hopefully in the future with a homestead, it would be a little bit easier to pack. I do also want to get plastic plates. As you travel, there's things you'll realize that you should have. Collapsible bowls would be super nice, plastic plates, but I've got a little list going on. You're going to go camping at Otter Lake. Oh, cool. I heard somebody had told me there's another Otter Creek, and I think it's in Canada, but they said there's no pole dancers there. So that's good news.
We saw there's a Beaver Creek.
Yes, there's a Beaver Creek. We did sleep there.
Beaver Creek is actually the border station between Alaska and Canada. That's called Beaver Creek Border Station.
And the border people coming into Alaska were very nice.
Yep.
Oh man, it is.
Was that a fighter jet flying by? It could have been. I didn't really pay attention to it.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention either. We must be so zoned out. Yeah, we do.
He's driving.
I do need to look into getting some wireless mics. I actually had some on my wish list, and they couldn't be shipped through the post office to the P.O. box, I guess. For whatever reason, sometimes you can't get shipped through the P.O. box. I guess it would have been through FedEx or UPS, and that's why. But anyway, it's on my list.
If you joined us late, we're staying at Fort Greely Campground. It's on Fort Greely.
Thank you, Stats.
Thank you, Stats.
Yep, we made it. Woohoo! There's an Otter Creek campground on the Parkway in North Carolina. That's hilarious. We are in Alaska.
We are.
Alaska. Woo, 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 woo. I'm loving the weather. This is going to be the first summer I don't sweat. No swamp butt.
No swamp butt.
Yes. Swamp butt is for real in Florida. You got that sweat just rolling down your crack, and it's
Welcome,
like,
Nina.
oh, it's so humid and sticky you can't breathe. And I'm so happy it's my first summer out of there. I have finally made snowbird status. I've waited forever for this.
So we're just about 90 miles out of North Pole, and that will be our next campground, and we'll be there for a month.
TMI. So sorry. We are special. We do have a microwave.
Yes.
But you have to have the generator started up to run the microwave. And right now our generator is being...
It just stopped running today.
Not nice. So you know, there's lots of things life throws at you.
Oh, she liked my T-shirt.
So, the Duttons. So you just gotta
The
make the
train
best
station tours.
out of the circumstances that life throws at you. As I always say, I'm just over here trying to make some orange juice out of lemons.
The mosquitoes.
That's cute.
Yeah, they're about the size of a moose.
And I'm so excited too. When we get to the campground we're staying at, I ordered some shirts. We do have a couple of shirts in our merch. And
Yep.
I ordered a couple of shirts and hoodies for us.
Mm-hmm.
So when we get there, those should be there
We'll start wearing those.
because I don't have much wintry kind of clothes. So I ordered a long sleeve shirt for each of us and a hoodie for each of us. So we have an
Wyoming
air
is the best
fryer,
place
yes.
for a train station. Yeah, I bet it is. Whole bunch of nothing.
So I will have my Madame Mayor's Adventures merch shirt and
Yep.
hoodie waiting.
You should get yours too.
Do you have a gold pan?
No,
That would be fun, right?
but we'll probably do a gold mining tour. And they have the pans. They give you the dirt and everything.
Sweet. We'll have to learn something new.
Oh yeah, the train station tours. We might do that one too, from Fairbanks down to Denali maybe and back. Or
I
something.
hope so. I want to do
That'd be
as
cool.
much as I can.
Yeah. There's a lot to do in Fairbanks in the summer. There's a lot. It's a decent sized town. It's not a little town. It's like a Chiefland sized. I'd say it's bigger than Chiefland, Florida.
We'll find
But,
out.
yeah,
Well,
it's-
I'll find out. You already know.
Yeah.
He's going to be visiting his old stomping grounds. I hear there's a good Chinese restaurant
There is.
and a pizza place.
Pagoda,
So-
North Pole.
I'm excited about that because for whatever reason these days, it is rare to find a Chinese restaurant that you can go in and sit down and eat in. When I was a kid growing up, there was a lot of those. You'd get the hot tea, they brought out platters. It was great. And now it's like fast food Chinese everywhere. So I think that's a different experience.
Yeah, 98,000. I was gonna say it's about 100,000. When you encompass all of the Fairbanks, they don't have counties up here. They have boroughs, but they're
Okay.
big. So the Fairbanks North
Jason
Starborough
just ate lunch
is
at Pagoda. How was
huge.
it?
It's good, ain't it?
Because I am wanting some good Chinese food. There's not good Chinese food over near Otter Creek, just to let everybody know.
That place in Chiefland,
Yeah,
they serve dirty rice. That's not Chinese.
Maya's Noodle
Yeah.
House. Well, yellow rice.
Yeah, I call it dirty rice.
It's yellow.
Yellow rice.
Those are two different
That's
races.
not.
But that's not what's going
That's
on
not.
there.
Yeah, that's.
I know when I first
That's not the
moved
right
there,
rice.
what did they call me? Oh, big city girl.
Your
big city
food,
girl.
hoity-toity.
But sorry, but if you did grow up in a bigger city, there's a distinct difference.
Difference between flavored food and what Chiefland offers.
So, I'm not trying to be a snob, but I know the difference.
She knows her food.
Okay.
Jackson's for ice cream.
Las
No
Matas.
other place
That's
like
why I
it.
said I could take you on a food tour
Las Patas for
down
subs.
south. I know good food. So, it's all good.
There's some good eateries in Fairbanks too.
So, I'm excited for that because it's been a minute for
What's-
Chinese food.
What's that burger place in Fairbanks? I think there's 2 locations. They make great burgers.
You're asking me, I have no idea.
I've said it before, but I can't remember the name of it.
Oh, I didn't know there was going to be a test. I was supposed
But
to
I
be
know
paying
where it
attention.
is. I know how to get there.
Oh, well, that's great. We won't have to ask for
Someone might chime in.
directions. Gold
Brewster's.
fever.
Brewster's. That's the name of it.
Gold fever will set in. Oh boy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, William Seward. He paid like $1 per acre for Alaska or something like that. Ridiculous. He made a good purchase. He could have purchased more. He could have bought
Sausage rolls.
he could have bought half of Canada.
Oh, Keystone Heights. Somebody's at Keystone Heights.
Keystone Heights.
That was a cool place. I
Yeah.
liked Keystone Heights.
Yeah, you didn't have to leave the park. They had everything.
Yeah. The people there were super nice too. So that's
Oh, the Air
cool.
Force Base and Wainwright are included in that $98,000, 98 people. 98,000
Don't worry, I understand what
people.
you're saying. Da.
It's getting cold, man. My jaw don't work.
He's Florida-ized now.
Yeah, I'm
He's
not
been
used to
away.
this now. I got to get re-used to it.
Thank you, Ohio. I love Ohio too. But yeah, your blood changes, and I have never been here. I've always been in Florida, so
Yeah.
I will look like a bundled up weenie, and that's fine by me because I like to be bundled up. You sleep a lot better at
You
night.
do sleep
I've
better.
noticed that my sleeping is so much better since we've been here, and we've been sleeping, as I said, not even in traditional campsites, so it has been noisier, and I'm sleeping fabulously. So the cooler weather definitely helps with that.
Yeah.
And I've noticed you snore less.
I didn't know I snored at all.
Okay, well, some people are in denial, but that's all good.
You got anything else for these fine people? Should we let them go? They got Jeremy's live coming up, and then we'll lose them all.
I know, and we got to watch Jeremy's live too.
Yep,
Because I want to see what's going
they
on
might
with
have
Jeremy
a
and
potty
George.
break going on. So
I miss my George.
Jeremy and George, if you're out there, howdy. We'll be tuned in.
I
Checking you out.
miss so many people.
It's getting chilly here. I need a sweatshirt on,
Oh Lord, are you serious?
and I'm getting hungry too. That boom chicka pop got my thing going.
Oh gosh, is that what you're having for dinner? Boom chicka pop?
Boom chicka pop. Best popcorn ever. Boom chicka pop.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting dinner if we have no generator. Well, I can still cook on the gas
Yeah.
stove. So, and if all else fails, there's ramen noodle soup.
Dan says he's never heard himself snore. Yeah, me neither. I don't know what she's talking about.
You usually don't. At least you're consistent with that.
All right, guys. I guess we'll peace out.
We'll see you guys over on the What the Hells
On the
news
What the
channel.
Hells news channel. WTH.
Oh, goodness. Well, it's been great talking to everybody. I know we were on here longer than we expected, but it's always just fun getting to know each other. And we missed last Sunday.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll talk to you again this next Sunday coming up. And hopefully we have a few cool videos
Thanks,
we can post to let you know what it's like here in Alaska. And I'm so happy we get to share that with you. We love all of you and just enjoy spending time with the family.
Yep.
That's what you guys are.
We appreciate you guys, and don't forget to go check out those membership channels. Be some extra stuff out there for you.
Oh, the levels?
Yeah.
To see the videos. And if you want any merch. Okay, I'll look out for your email, Tricky.
Yep.
And if anybody has any questions or
yes, Gail.
any tips and tricks, you can always email us.
Yep.
And if you want any merch, you can check that up. You can join the memberships, or you can just talk to us through here. We love you all, no matter how you're supporting us. We appreciate you all the same.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Y'all have a good night.
Take care of each other and be positive and spread the love. I'm gonna give them
big kisses, big moose kiss.
And thank you all for the birthday wishes.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye.